Golly, it's a good day to go play on Elite Smash and get camped out for 8 minutes straight. What's going on, everybody? Team Gaming here. I'm Kaz.
I'm Jeremy.
And today we're doing Cuphead and Mugman in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Right, so we made both of their movesets. They're similar, but there will be some differences in their animations and everything, like in their original game, Cuphead. We made their moveset, we made the spirits, the stage, everything involved with this DLC, which unfortunately isn't coming around, but hey, it's nice to dream, right?
Yeah. And before we get started, make sure you, obviously, hit like and subscribe. We noticed that 100% of you guys are not subscribed, and please do that.
The button's red if you need to know.
We want to make more stuff like this, and yeah.
Without further ado, let's get right into this. Both these characters are going to be lightweight. They're going to have an average ground speed, but an above average airspeed. And their levels, as you can see in the gameplay we're going to show throughout this video, they are faster in the air, and their smoke bomb and dashes in their game are pretty fast, but overall, they have an average ground speed. Now, to get into the taunts, both Cuphead and Mugman have different taunts in our rendition of their movesets, because in their original game, Cuphead, they do have different animations. Now, for Cuphead's taunts, for his up taunt, he will pull up his pants. The side taunt will be his buff up, which he's going to flex on you like you'll never believe, and milk will come out of his straw as well. And for the down taunt, it will be the dance or the pose that he does when he gets his first power up from the Elder Kettle. For Mugman's taunts, for his up taunt, he's going to drink himself. He's going to take his straw from the top of his head and he's going to put it in his mouth, and he's just going to start slurping away. His side taunt will be his intro dance. He kind of puts his arms side to side. And his down taunt will be the result screen pose, where he puts one hand above his head and the other around his waist, or like near his waist, and he's going to smile at you, like he's presenting something. And their first win animation will be when they jump up and down after they win a level. Their second win animation will be they jump in, they grab a coin, and then they will do the result screen dance, which also will be deferring for both Cuphead and Mugman, because they have different animations. And the third one, we have their dance from the Switch trailer for Cuphead. I'll let you watch this for a few seconds just so you can get an idea. Now we're going to move to character alts. So for the first alt, of course, it's going to be the original Cuphead, and then the second one will be the original Mugman, who could have guessed, and now we're going to spice things up a little bit. Both Cuphead and Mugman, for their second alts, they're going to be the King Dice style. They're going to be like purple and black. For their second alt, they're going to be following the Ribby and Croak style, so Cuphead will be green, Mugman will be brown. And their last, which is our personal favorite, is they're going to be like the black and white vintage style, and we felt this was very important because the game is animated like 1930s cartoons, so the vintage twist is definitely something that should have been included. And also, to follow this twist, we also made it for when you choose this alt as Cuphead or Mugman. The win animation will be all black and white and vintage looking, so it'll look like the 1930s cartoons that the game is based off of. Now we're going to be moving on to the actual moveset, starting off with his throws. For his up throw, he's going to spin you around really quick and he's going to throw you up and shoot you, like Fox does. For his forward throw, he's going to turn into his little plane, and he's also going to shoot you with the little plane bullets. For his back throw, he's going to throw you backwards, and then he's going to shoot you. Now, for up throw and back throw, we do have him shooting you, and this is with his pea shooter. And this is very important to note because in his special moves, we're going to touch upon the other weapons that he uses. So we didn't forget him, don't worry. But for these specific throws, they're going to be only the pea shooter. And lastly, for his down throw, he's going to do a bunch of stomps on you after putting you on the ground, like Peach or Meta Knight does. And we'll show both of these examples so you get a good idea.
Now we are going to get into his jabs and tilts, but before I get into his jab, there's a lot of stuff I have to explain. So, in Cuphead's game, he does a lot of running and gunning. And yes, for his jab, he will be doing just that. Depending on what weapon he has equipped, is what he will shoot. Hold down the button and you can move and jump while shooting. He can also dash and shoot at the same time. Now I will go over all the weapons that Cuphead can shoot. First weapon he can shoot, and is what he will start off with, is his basic pea shooter. The pea shooter will shoot a blast in a chosen direction, doing small damage and no knockback. You can sort of think this like Fox's laser. Chaser is the next projectile that Cuphead can shoot. This projectile will lock onto the opponent, it will not have much range, and it will do no knockback. The third weapon Cuphead can shoot is the spread shot. The spread shot will do spread fire in a direction, doing medium damage and no knockback. Lobber is the next weapon in Cuphead's rotation. Lobber will be a blue ball shot in any direction, doing very small knockback and damage. This will bounce twice before disappearing, making it a potential ledge trapping tool. Now for the second to last weapon in Cuphead's rotation, he has the roundabout. Roundabout goes forward and then back behind him. This will do small damage and no knockback. If it is hit on the way back, however, it will increase in damage and do small knockback. Now for the final weapon in Cuphead's roulette of weapons that he can use is the charge shot, the powerful one. The charge shot will take 3 seconds to charge. The uncharged version will be a small shot with low damage. You can sort of think of this like a pea shooter that doesn't shoot as fast. The charge shot, however, will be a fast, big projectile with good damage and knockback. You can relate this to your Samus, Mewtwo, or Lucario style of blast. Now to actually change through these weapons, Cuphead can shield and then hit B to cycle through the weapons, similar to how Shulk cycles through his Monados. Or while shooting, Cuphead can hit shield and he will cycle through them as he is shooting the weapons. Now that I can actually start, his jab will be him shooting the weapon he has equipped in place. And now for his F tilts, this will be sort of like Mega Man. He will walk forward, shooting whatever he has equipped. Now for down tilt, a move where he's not shooting his weapon. Cuphead will quickly swipe his head downward, milk will splash out of his head. This will be a decently sized move, it will be able to 2-frame, and it will be a good combo starter. For up tilt, Cuphead will put his thumb in his mouth, blow really hard, and then milk will come out of his straw above him, making a kind of a circle area that opponents can get hit in. And his dash attack, what I talked about earlier, is while Cuphead is running, he will be able to shoot his gun, shooting whatever he has equipped, of course.
Moving on to his aerials, and I know, I'm sorry, you're probably so tired of this run and gun crap, but unfortunately, since this is what he does in his original game, we have just one more thing to cover with him shooting his weapon. His neutral air, you can use it and you can shoot the gun in place in the air, and you can move the nair around in whatever direction you want to shoot in whatever direction you choose. Now that we got that out of the way, we can just forget the weapons till we get to special moves a little bit. His up air, he'll swing up a net in a half circle motion. You can kind of think of this like the Ice Climber up air or even Steve's up tilt a little bit, but just a little wider. We got this net from the Cuphead intro where Cuphead has a net. For his forward air, he's going to go on his side and he's going to spin his straw in a circle motion forward. It's going to be a multi-hit move and it could even kill. And we've got this from the energy beam from the Cuphead game, where he goes on his side and he shoots a huge beam of milk forward. This will come up again. And for his down air, we have him swing an axe right downward. This will spike, of course. You gotta have a spike in his moveset, we can't forget that. And we got this from the parry axe. And lastly, his back air, which is our intended combo tool for the moveset. He's gonna kick one of his feet backwards. And you can compare this to Fox or even Knee Brawler.
Now, finally, starting off with Cuphead's neutral special. Depending on what weapon Cuphead has equipped, he will shoot an EX version of that weapon. The weapons being Pea Shooter, Charge Shot, Spread Shot, Lobber, Roundabout, and Chaser. These can be shot in any direction, and they need 1 bar of meter. I will be explaining meter after I explain all the EX versions. Starting off with the Pea Shooter's EX version, it will be a blast forward doing decent damage, but it won't be crazy. For balancing purposes, of course, because you're going to have 5 bars of meter, and it will do medium knockback. For Chaser's EX version, it will put 4 green circles around Cuphead. These will be projectiles. They will be counted as projectiles, so they can also be reflected. The opponent will get hit by these if they walk into them, of course, and the opponent can also hit these projectiles away to get rid of them. This will do no knockback. For Spreadshot EX version, we have it so he would shoot one of the red spikes, not 8 or 7 like he does in his original game, because that would be straight up busted. He shoots one. Wherever you have the control stick pointed, that's the direction he will shoot the red spike. This will do small knockback. For the Lobber EX version, Cuphead will shoot a big bouncy ball in any direction. It will bounce one time, and then it will disappear. This will cover a big, wide area, so it is fair that it only has small knockback. For Roundabout's EX version, it will very quickly blast forward and then come back to Cuphead. This will also be pretty big, and so it will have small knockback. And lastly, for the Charge Shot EX version, it will be Explosion, doing decent damage and having large knockback. But this will have high lag and is very risky. Now for Cuphead's meter. Over time, Cuphead will slowly gain meter with his coffee ability. If he does his parry attack, which we will explain in a later move, he will also get 1 bar of meter for everything he parries. He will also slightly get meter for doing damage over time. He can have up to 5 bars of meter at a time. Now, when he does get 5 bars of meter, we have a super in his moveset, and we decided to go with Super Art 2 Invincibility. If Cuphead has 5 bars of meter, he can do Super Art 2, which will make him invincible for 6 seconds. So it'll be pretty good in competitive play, as you will be able to get up on opponent's face without being able to get hit, but it'll also be risky because it uses all 5 bars of meter.
Now we move on to his other special moves, starting off with Side Special, the Smoke Bomb, which allows Cuphead to dash left or right, and he'll have full invincibility, but this move will also have a good amount of lag, so it will balance it out. Next will be the Up Special, his Plane. And for his plane, it's going to be obviously his recovery tool. You can loop it around one time to gain momentum, otherwise you can aim it up or sideways, kind of like Steve Elytra, because you can like loop it around and like dip down and then up again to gain more momentum. In this move you will still be able to parry, and parry is going to be the next move I'll explain, so just stay tuned for that. And you can also hit B in this move to shoot little pellets like he does in the Hildeberg level. And you can also hit A while doing the up B to do an EX rocket shot. And eventually this plane will go down, so make sure you think quick what you're going to do in this plane. Now, like I said, the down special, parry. If it hits the opponent, Cuphead will bounce upward and achieve 1 bar of meter. Same goes with projectiles, and this will also make shooting projectiles at Cuphead risky. And this move acts like Sheik Bouncing Fish, where if you hit the parry, he'll bounce upward and like to the left or the right. I'm assuming you can aim it left or right as well. You can kind of DI.
Now for his smash attacks. For his smash attacks, we decided that all of them would use the Giant Ghost from Super Art number 3. For his forward smash, the Giant Ghost is going to come out, put on a boxing glove, and punch forward. This is going to do big damage, should not get hit by that. For his up smash, the Ghost is going to come out again, and he's going to do a big uppercut upward. This will kill very early, and it will have a high amount of lag. For his down smash, the Ghost will come out, and he'll do a spin downward. You can relate this to what he does in the actual Super, where he spins around, but he'll do it in a downward motion. Now for Cuphead's final smash, we decided we would use Super Art 1, Energy Beam. Cuphead would jump upwards, then he would lean forwards horizontally, and he would spin around. Milk would come out of his cup. This would be pretty much exactly like Samus's or Pokemon Trainers. Other stuff to mention about Cuphead being in Smash. The stage. The stage would be the first world that Cuphead is in, the one with his house. And on the first world, you're going to be able to see Elder Kettle's house in the background. You're going to see some bosses, maybe Goopy Legrand, the Devil, maybe even King Dice. And that would be sort of what his stage would be like. For Cuphead's intro, when he spawns in to fight the other people, it would be the book. There would be a book that comes up. It would open, Cuphead or Mugman would jump out of it, and then they do a little pose. The music that would be in the Cuphead stage would be all the classical music from any of the boss fights, really. You could take it from anything. anything. You could take Floral Fury, Sugarland Shimmy, Marine Corps, Sea Hijinks. There's so much they could take from. Finally, some of the spirits that would be in the Cuphead DLC board. King Dice would be a spirit, the Lackey to the Devil, there would be the Devil as a spirit, there would be Elder Kettle as a spirit, there would be Porcrine, he is the shop owner in Cuphead, he'd be a spirit, and also the classic mode, Cuphead would fight against all the characters that have shows, so it'd be Joker, Pikachu, Terry, Captain Falcon, and the classic mode would be called a classic story. Bang, boom. That was our Cuphead in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate video.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave any suggestions you have in the comments of other characters that you would like to see in Smash. We'd be more than happy to take a look at where they come from, the original game, and see if we can make a good old Smash moveset for them.
Make sure you like and subscribe, please. We're not begging.
Again, it's the red button. The beginning showed up on the screen.
You can just hit it and then forget about it, and like, and then.
Right, exactly.
Okay, now we're begging. All right, so have a nice day. Thanks for watching our video.
Or a nice night, wherever you are. Take care. Peace out.
That's all.